We have no time for this, Furion. What are we doing out here?
Last night in a dream, a great raven spoke to me and summoned me to this place.
We were summoned here as well.
Who are you, Outlanders?
I am Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde.
And I am Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the human survivors of Lordaeron.
You are not welcome here.
Peace, priestess. They've come to aid you against the Legion.
It was you in my dream. But who are you to make such an offer to us?
I am the reason for the Legion's return. Years ago, I brought the Orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for most. Despite my death, war raged across the lands of the East for many long years, leaving entire kingdoms devastated in its wake. Now, at long last, I have returned to set things right. I am Medivh, the last guardian. I tell you now, the only chance for this world is for you to unite in arms against the enemies of all who live.
I'm sorry I'm late. It's just as we feared. Archimonde and his Doomguard are making their way towards the summit. He'll be here any moment.
10,000 years ago, we Night Elves defeated the Burning Legion. Though the rest of the world was shattered, we were left free to live out our immortal lives in peace, bound to the World Tree. We are its protectors, and through it we were granted immortality and power over nature. Now, at last, it is time we gave that power back.
You realize that we will age as these mortals do. Our powers over nature will wane in time.
If pride gives us pause, my love, then perhaps we have lived long enough already. I will proceed to the summit and prepare our defenses there. Whatever comes, my love, remember, our bond is eternal.
Hear me, Night Elves. The time for reckoning has come.
If you can provide our bases with support and keep us from being overwhelmed, Thrall and I will delay Archimonde's ascent.
Your plan is a bold one, girl. Perhaps I have misjudged you, Outlanders. May Elune shine upon you.
To arms, my brethren. To arms, brave orcs and humans. Twilight falls, and the enemy awaits. Shall be done.
Priestess Tyrande, the undead have begun to construct a new settlement. It won't be long before they start attacking our allies. Research finished. Research finished. Research finished. Our allies' town needs help.
The goddess calls.
The undead are attacking. Send help.
Someone please arrive.
Has dulled my senses.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. So be it.
Research finished. Research finished. Insufficient gold. Insufficient gold. Research finished.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Insufficient gold.
Something
goddess
is
calls.
amiss.
By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
God's life.
Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds.
Research finished.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Your building is complete. Insufficient gold.
By the great winds.
Our allies' town needs help.
As the goddess wills. So be it. I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills. Immediately. Ashtoran.
Where shall I strike? I know your line.
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Has sleep dulled my
goddess calls.
senses?
My strength is yours.
Ashtoran.
The land and I are
Someone
one.
threatens the wilds.
Research finished.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds. Waiting on you. Your move.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
No one shall be the wiser.
I'm
The
game.
goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
God's
So be
life.
it. Ashtoran. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashtoran. Someone as the goddess wills.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Prepared.
Ashtoran. By
The land
Elune,
and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman,
I stand ready.
the goddess calls. Immediately.
By the great winds I come.
The sleeper has awakened.
By Elune, I heed the voice of Elune.
I stand ready.
Ashrathoraman, I heed the voice of Elune.
Hi!
Enlighten me.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman, I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds.
Our allies' town needs help.
Ashrathoraman, someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
Speaking, our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman, I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman,
The land and I are one.
Insufficient gold.
Our time is short. Once
someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
Our time is now.
Our
Standing
allies'
guard.
town needs help.
Your
Winds I come.
What is nature's call?
Ah, the great outdoors.
Goddess, light my path.
Gladly.
Are we being invaded?
Ashrathoraman, I heed the voice of Elune.
Our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Speaking,
I heed the voice of Elune.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Goddess, light my path. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of Elune.
point the way. Say
I stand
more.
ready.
Your move.
Standing guard.
Ashrathoraman,
Is there trouble?
For the trees,
the
more
great
moon.
outdoors.
I am
I'm
prepared.
awake. I'm awake.
someone threatens the wilds.
Something is
Our time
amiss.
is short.
Ashrathoraman,
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Anudora.
Insufficient gold. Research finished.
Out with it. It has begun.
Ashrathoraman,
Something is amiss. For Kalimdor.
Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens.
Our place is war. I'm awake.
Someone threatens the wild.
Something is
The
amiss.
goddess calls.
Research finished.
Ashrathoraman,
Threatens these lands.
someone threatens the wilds.
Something is amiss.
Enlighten me. That's a given. It has begun.
I heed the
The
voice
land
of
and
the
I
I am
are one.
prepared.
Where shall I strike? My path
Ashra
is clear.
Something is amiss.
Speaking our allies
I
can
heed the
needs help.
voice of the
Threatens these
The goddess.
I am prepared.
I heed the voice of
as
the
dull my senses.
Someone comes alive. Ashra the goddess.
Is amiss.
I heed the voice of the goddess.
As
Out
dulled
with
my
it. Like
senses.
great winds I come.
Our warriors have
Research
engaged the
finished.
enemy.
Create more moonwells.
Someone threatens the wild.
Create more
By
Great
enemies.
outdoors.
Something
I
is
bid.
amiss.
Are we being invaded? What is nature's call?
Standing guard.
On your mark.
Out with it.
What threatens these lands?
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I
The
are
goddess
one.
calls.
By the great winds I come.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss. Anudora.
Our allies'
Your
town
building
needs help.
is complete.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the
Ah, the great outdoors. Our warriors have
allies'
engaged
town
the
needs
enemy.
help. Your building is complete. Insufficient gold.
I am prepared.
Ashra
The
Thorum,
land and I are one.
as the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wild.
As sleep dulled my senses.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
The goddess
What
calls.
threatens these lands?
Goddess, light my path.
I am prepared for my brothers.
No one should be the wiser.
Research finished.
Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Dulled my
Ashra
senses.
Thorum. I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens. Anudora.
Research finished.
Someone threatens the wild. So be it. By Elune. The goddess calls.
Threatens.
Asher Thoraman.
As sleep dulled
I
my
heed the voice
senses.
of Elune. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
I am
Asher
prepared.
Thoraman.
Out with it.
Waiting on you. Someone threatens the
Enlighten
wilds.
me.
The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Threatens these lands.
Out with it. For my brothers.
Our allies' town needs help.
Enlighten me.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Your building is complete.
Someone threatens the wilds. By Elune.
The land. It shall
I
be
heed the
done.
voice of Elune.
An allied champion is fallen. Our allies' town needs help. Our allies' town needs help. Your building is complete.
You are very brave to stand against me, little human. If only your countrymen had been as bold, I would have had more fun scouring your wretched nations from the world.
Is talking all you demons do?
Stormrage, show yourself! Or do you intend to have mortal girls do all your fighting for you?
Town needs help. Goddess, light my path. Priestess, the undead have constructed a new settlement. They are mustering new forces to send at us.
I heed the voice of
Ah,
Elune.
the great
Our
outdoors.
allies' town needs help.
By the great winds I come.
Who'd you want to kill?
Asher Thoraman. As the goddess wills.
Goddess,
Immediately.
light my path.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Ah, the great
By
outdoors.
By the
Elune.
great winds I come.
Asher Thoraman.
Has sleep dulled my
Speak
senses?
your mind. Goddess, light my path. As the goddess wills. Make it fast. Are we being
I'm
invaded?
game.
Out with it. It has begun.
Point the way. Oh,
The sleeper has awakened.
The land and I are one.
Research
My
finished.
strength is yours.
I stand ready. The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune. Asher Thoraman. I stand ready.
Threatens these
The
lands.
Someone
sleeper
threatens the
has
wild.
awakened.
What is nature's call?
Asher
Has
Thoraman.
sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these
The
lands?
goddess calls. Someone
Has sleep
threatens the wild.
dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. So
The
be
land
it.
and I are one.
Someone threatens the
Has
wild.
sleep dulled my senses?
We're under attack! Send reinforcements quickly!
I heed the voice of
The
Elune.
land and I are one.
Someone threatens the
threatens
wilds,
these lands?
as the goddess wills.
Has sleep
Research
dulled my
finished.
senses?
I heed the voice of Illumine.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
The land and I are
You
one.
move. Ashrathoraman.
What threatens these lands?
Washiwa. I do it.
Our allies' town needs help. We can't build.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I are one.
The goddess
Has
calls.
sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds.
The land and
Ashrathoraman.
I are one.
My bidding, that's a given.
Your building is complete.
I heed the voice of
Something
Illumine.
is amiss.
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Illumine.
Dulled my senses.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds. Goddess calls. I heed the voice of Illumine.
Our allies' town needs help.
Dulled my senses.
The goddess
Has
calls.
sleep dulled my senses?
We can't build them.
I heed the voice of
The
Illumine.
land and I are one. What threatens
Ashrathoraman.
these lands?
Someone threatens the wild. The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my
We
senses?
can't build them.
I heed the voice of
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Anudura.
someone threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Illumine. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Threatens these lands?
I heed the voice of
Something
Illumine.
is amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these lands?
I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Illumine.
dulled my senses?
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the
Something
wilds.
is amiss.
I heed the voice of Illumine. Someone threatens the wilds.
Your building
Threatens
is
these
complete.
lands?
Your building is complete.
The goddess calls.
Our allies' town needs help.
Asher Thoraman.
Has sleep
goddess
dulled my senses?
I heed the voice. Someone begins to lie.
I've heard.
The goddess.
How dare!
Asher Thoraman.
Goddess, light your building is your building is
Someone begins to lie. Asher Thoraman.
Is amiss.
The goddess calls.
For Kalimdor
I heed the voice of
threatens
Elune.
these lands.
The goddess
The
calls.
land and I are one.
The sleeper has awakened. My
Goddess,
strength
light
is
my
yours.
path.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Of course.
I heed the voice of
Threatens
Elune.
these lands.
Immediately. Someone threatens the
Something
wilds.
is amiss.
By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Our allies' town needs
Asher
help.
Thoraman. The goddess calls.
Goddess, light
Asher Thoraman.
Threatens
Someone threatens the wilds.
our allies' town needs help.
The
the
goddess
land
calls.
and I are one.
Asher Thoraman. I heed the voice.
My way is in
Asher Thoraman.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone
Has
threatens the
sleep
wilds.
dulled my
Asher
senses?
Thoraman. Someone threatens the
Something
wilds.
is amiss.
The goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Ashterodado.
I heed the voice of
Something
Elune.
is amiss. What threatens these lands?
Asher Thoraman. I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses? The land and I are one.
The goddess calls.
our allies' town needs help.
The goddess. Asher Thoraman.
Anudon.
The goddess. So good. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess.
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the
Something
wilds.
is amiss.
I heed the
The
voice of
land and
Elune.
I are one.
Hi!
The goddess
Something
calls.
is amiss.
I heed the voice
The
of
land
Elune.
and I are one.
Someone threatens the wild.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses? Something is amiss.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our allies' town needs help.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice.
Our warriors have engaged us.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
Threatens.
Asher Thoraman.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of a loon.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these lands.
Ashathoraman. By
As
Elin.
sleep dulled my senses.
I heed
The
the
land
voice of
and
Elin.
I are one.
Ashathoraman.
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the
Something
wild.
is amiss.
The goddess calls.
The land and
I
I
heed the
are
voice of
one.
Elin. So be it.
Something is
Our time
amiss.
is short.
For Kalimdor. The land and I are one. Ashtarodanadan.
The goddess calls.
Our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wild.
As sleep dulled my senses.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elin.
Maybe our allies' town needs help. See!
Someone threatens the wild. Ashathoraman.
Is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elin. Someone threatens the wild.
As
Ashathoraman.
sleep dulled my senses.
The goddess
The land
calls.
and I are one.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of Elin.
Dulled my senses.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
Dulled my senses.
The goddess calls.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The land
Ashathoraman.
and I are one.
I heed the
As
voice of
sleep
Elin.
dulled
Our
my
allies'
senses.
town needs help. Our allies' town needs help. Our allies' town needs help.
The goddess calls.
Something.
Someone threatens the wild.
The land and I.
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Someone threatens the wild.
The
Ashathoraman.
land and I are one.
Our allies' town needs help. We
We
can't
need help immediately!
Our allies' town needs help. We can't build there.
I heed the voice of Elune.
What threatens these lands?
Someone threatens the wilds.
Has sleep
Our
dulled my
allies'
senses?
town needs help.
Ashrathorama.
Threatens these lands.
An allied champion has fallen. Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are
Someone
one.
threatens the wilds.
You orcs are weak and hardly worth the effort. I wonder why Manaroth even bothered with you.
Our spirit is stronger than you know, demon. If we are to fall, then so be it. At least now, we are free.
The wretched little whelp actually hurt me. Are there none left to stand against the Legion? This is almost too easy. If I had known that this mortal resistance would be so weak, I would have launched this invasion centuries ago.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Priestess, the undead have constructed a final settlement. They are mustering new forces with every passing moment.
The sleeper has awakened.
The goddess calls.
Research finished.
The sleeper has awakened.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss. Has
Someone
sleep
threatens the
dulled my
wilds.
senses?
The goddess
Something
calls.
is
My
amiss.
strength is yours. Our time is short.
Threatens these lands.
Where shall I strike? My path is clear.
Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of
Threatens
Elune.
these lands. It shall be done.
Your building. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ashtarodama.
Our time
Your
is
building
short.
is. Your building is.
I'm away. The sleeper I'm away. Awakened.
Something is
The
amiss.
goddess calls. Ashrathorama.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathorama.
Has sleep dulled my senses? For
The goddess
Kalimdor,
calls.
it
Research
shall be
finished.
done.
Your building is complete. More lumber is required.
threatens these lands?
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Dulled my senses.
I heed the voice of a wind.
The land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wild. By Elena. Ashrathoramus. I
The
heed the
land
voice
and
of a
I
wind.
are one. Has
Ashrathoramus.
sleep dulled my senses?
Your building is complete.
The goddess calls. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds.
What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Point the way.
The land and I are one.
My strength is yours. Where shall I strike? I'm awake. I'm awake. My strength
Has
is yours.
dulled my senses? The land and I are one. Anudora. For Kalimdor.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Make me safe.
The goddess calls.
Something is amiss. The
Ashrathoramus.
land and I are one.
Someone
Has
threatens the
sleep
wild.
dulled my senses?
Waiting on you.
Our sacred
Ashrathoramus.
grove is being desecrated. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
What threatens these lands? The land and I are one.
Our warriors have engaged the
Anudora.
enemy.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
The goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Is the truth for the truth?
Where shall I strike? Has awakened.
I heed the
land
Our
voice.
sacred grove is being desecrated.
The goddess calls.
Has
Ashrathoramus.
sleep dulled my senses?
Our time is short. At once.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
The goddess
Something
calls.
is amiss.
I heed the
Has
voice.
Sleeper has
dulled my
awakened.
senses?
Our sacred grove is being
Come,
desecrated.
you Night Elves! Where is the fire and the passion with which you fought so long ago?
Ashrathoraman.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Archimonde's victory here has made him overconfident. He will not see the trap that I laid for him until it is too late.
At last, the way to the World Tree is clear. Witness the end, you mortals. The final hour has come.
The Outlanders held him back as long as they could. Were you successful in planning the summit's defense?
Yes. Now our victory is assured.
The roots will heal in time, as will the entire world. The sacrifices have been made. Just as the Orcs, Humans, and Night Elves discarded their old hatreds and stood united against a common foe, so did nature herself rise up to banish the shadow forever. As for me, I came back to ensure that there would be a future, to teach the world that it no longer needed guardians. The hope for future generations has always resided in mortal hands. And now that my task is done, I will take my place amongst the legends.